Hello guys, my name is Balkrishna Srivastava and welcome to Code with BK. So in this video we write a C++ program to find the date and days after the given date. So before we begin, it is a request to please subscribe to my channel, because out of 100 viewers only 3 or 5 are subscribed. More than 95% of my audience is not subscribed and a subscription is very important. So please do subscribe to my channel. So let's begin. So we have to find the date and days from the given date. So let's look at the example. So given DD MM YYYY. So this makes it 1st Jan 2024. So 100 days after 1st Jan 2024 is 10th April, right? So this will be provided as input DD MM YYYY and N, and we'll have to find the date and days after this date. Okay. In the second example, we have 10th Feb 2024 and as 1000. So the date 1000 days after 10th Feb 2024 is this. Okay. So we use the concept of day number of year, right? And I have already posted a video where I explain how to extract date and month from the given day number of year, right? The link for that video you can find in the description of this video, and we use the same concept of day number to solve this problem. Okay. So given DD, MM, YYYY and N. Okay. So we have 1, 1 and 2024. Okay, so this makes it 1st Jan 2024. Okay, and N is given as 100. Okay, let's make it DD1, MM1 and YYY1. Okay, in order to find our final date, okay, we need to find DD2, the day of month for the final date, MM2 the final month, and YYY2 the final year. Okay, we need these three values. Okay. Now, how do we solve this? So the first subtask is to find, okay, DN1. That is the day number for this given date, DD, MM and YYY, the day which is given to you. Okay. And as I told you, day number is basically the nth day of the year. So DN value is between 1 to 365 for non-leap year. Okay. And it is 1 to 366 for a leap year. Okay. Alright, so we can have day number between 1 to the maximum of days in that year. Okay, the first task is to find the day number for this given date. Okay, I'll show you how we do that. Then we add the given N to it. Okay, this will make us reach DN2, right? The day number for the final date. And then we do find DD2, MM2 and YYY2. Okay, we will be able to evaluate YYY2 first, okay, because in order to find DD2 and MM2, we will need YY2 with DN2. Okay, so the first subtask, okay, this how to find the day number for the given date. Okay, so if I have my date as DD is 1, MM is 1 and YYYY is 2024. Okay, this is obviously the first day of the year, so DN is 1. Okay, so let's take another example. Let's take DD as 27, MM as 6, 27th June, my mom's birth date, and let's take the same very year. Okay, now how do I find the day number in this case? Okay, the idea is to reach the nth day on this year on which we have this date. Okay, to reach this date, we basically add days of all months starting from 1 till less than MM, and then we add DD. Okay, how? Let me explain. So if I have the given value of DN starting from 0, we haven't started on the first day of the year yet. We have the value of something called month, which starts from 1. We have days in month, which is 31 for Jan, right? And then we have a condition if month is less than MM. Okay, we want to add days of all months starting from 1 till less than MM. Okay, so day number value is 0, month is 1, 1 is less than 6 is true. So we add days of this month, which is January, to DN. So DN becomes 0 plus 31 equal to 31. And then we move on to the next month, which has for 2024, 29 days, because this is a leap year. Okay, current month 2 is less than June is true. Okay, so we move on to the next month by adding the days of this month to DN. So 31 plus 29 will give you 60, and we move on to the third month. Okay, which has 31 days. Okay, March, third month is less than June, true. So we add days of March as well. So we do 60 plus 31, which makes it 91, and we move to the month of April, which has 30 days. Okay, April is less than June is true, so we also add the days of April, so we do 91 plus 30, okay, which makes it 121. We move to the month of May, which has 31 days. May is less than June is true, so we add the days of May to DN. 121 plus 31, which makes it 152. Okay, and we move on to the month June, which has 30 days. June is less than month is less than is false. So we have reached the month in which this date is. All we need to do is add the value of dd to this dn. So 152 plus 27 makes it 971. So this is dn for this date. Okay, this is 179. So our subtask A to find day number for the given date is done. So if I go back to my code and I write a function void print date after n days, takes dd y and int n. Okay, the first subtask, as we discussed, is to find day number for the given date. Find the day number dn1 for the given date. Okay, and to find day number of this given date, I write another helper function. I say int get day number of year. Okay, it takes dd okay, so my dn1 will be the return value from this dd okay, coding this based on the explanation that we have done. Okay, that we add days of all months starting from month 1 till less than okay, so start from month 1, as long as month is less than add days of month to dn. Okay, and start with dn equal to 0, start with dn equal to 0. Okay, add dd to dn, return the value dn. Okay, so int month equal to 1, int dn equal to 0, return dn. Okay, so while month is less than okay, add days of this month to so to find the number of days in a month, we write another helper method, int get num days in month, takes and y. Okay, this takes the year as well, because the number of days in month of 2 will be 29. If this is a leap year, it will be 28 if this is not a leap year. Okay, and since the number of days from months 1 to 12, Jan to December, remain exactly the same except the month of Feb, I am going to hard code an array. Okay, index 0 is redundant. Index 1 will store the number of days in month 1 Jan, which is 31 days. Index 2 will store the number of days in month 2 Feb, which is 28 days. Index 3 will store the number of days in month 3 March, 31 days. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November and December. Okay, index I will store the number of days in month number I. Number of days in month Feb will be 29 if this year YYYY is a leap year. Okay, I do days of 2 plus plus, return days of okay, and now we code this helper method is leap year. So bool is leap year, takes the year and returns true if the year is a leap year. So to check if a year is a leap year or not, I've already posted a video. The link for that video you can find in the description of this video. Okay, I explained this in very detail. The standard check, if %400 equal to 0, I return true. Okay, else if %100 equal to 0, return false. So if the year is not divisible by 400 but divisible by 100, it is not a leap year, which includes 1700, 1800, 1900, 2100, 2200, 2300 and so on. So basically in a gap of 400 years, every 100th, 200th and 300th year is not considered a leap year. Why? The reason for this I have explained in detail in the video where I explain how to check leap year. Okay, please check that out. The reason is very interesting. Okay, else if the final check %4 equal to 0, if it is divisible by 4, we return true. For all the other cases, we return false. Okay, So the method that gives you the number of days in the given month uses this helper method, which we have done. Going back to our code that generates the day number of year, I say adding the number of days in month to dn. Okay, I say in month and year y. Okay, and I move to the next month. Finally, adding the value of dn to dd. Okay, returning the value of dn. Okay, like we can check our code for 27 June 2024. So I can say int dd is 27, int is 6, int y is 2024. Okay, cout day number, okay, is this, get day number of year for dd y. Okay, compiling, running. Okay, so day number is 179 as we discussed in our example. Okay, so finding day number for the given date works fine. Okay, oh, don't need this. Okay, all right, going back to our original approach to find date after n days, and we are at this formula. Okay, so this subtask A is done. All right, then we add n to our day number 1 and then we find dn2. Okay, so I'll say find dn2 by adding n to dn1, extract dd2 mm2 from dn2. Okay, so we do this. Int dn2 is dn1 plus n. Okay, now there is a one fine detail that you have to take care. For example, if I am at this date, okay, if I want to find, say, date after 100 days, okay, so my dn is 179. I say 179 plus 100, I get 279 as my dn2. Okay, so the year in which I have my final date is the same as the initial year, that is my y2 is the same as y. I have not changed years. But what if I do 179 plus n is 300 in this case? Okay, I say 179 plus 300, this is 479. 479 is greater than the maximum number of days in this year, which is 2024 366. So I have moved on to the next year. Okay, so if the final value of dn2 is greater than the maximum number of days in that year, we will have to move to the next year. So what we do is my y2 is now y plus 1, which is 2025. Okay, from 2024 to 2025, and my updated dn2 will be 479 minus number of days that I've skipped is 366. Okay, so 9 minus 6 3, 7 minus 6 1, and 4 minus 3 1. Okay, now the problem becomes dn2 is 113, y2 is 2025, and you have to find dd2 mm2 from this. Okay, which I have already solved and uploaded. Okay, so before we extract dd2 and mm2, okay, find y2. Okay, that is you have to find the updated year, so that the value of dn, okay, the final value of dn2 is between 1 to 365 or 366 for, okay, based on non-leap year or leap year. Okay, so for this, as long as dn2 is greater than the number of days in this year, okay, move on to the next year. Okay, so while dn2, we write a helper method int get num days in year for int y. Okay, so this is a very simple code. If this is a leap year, we return 366, otherwise we return 365, return 366, else return 365. Okay, so as long as dn2 is greater than number of days in year y, okay, we remove the number of days in this year, okay, the number of days in this year from dn2 and move on to the next year. Okay, So we do dn2 minus equal to, get num days in here, and we do y plus plus. Okay, so your int y2 is the final year where this year stops. Okay, so you have y2 dn2, so you extract dd2 mm from dn2 and y2. Okay, now copying code from the video where I explain how to extract dd and mm from dn and y. So this is the code that will find mm2 and dd2 for us. We have mm2 dd2 y2, we just have to print the date now, so print the date. Okay, again I've already posted a video where I explain how to print the date using dd mm y in this given format. Okay, I'm going to copy the code from there. So this is the function that takes dd mm y and prints the date in the given format. It uses this helper function. Okay, that basically returns the month name for the given month number, Jan for 1, Feb for 2, and so on. So I call print date with dd mm y. Okay, so we have dd as dd2, mm2, and y. Okay, and our code is done. Let's do some checking. So I'll say int data, okay, of 4 points each is going to be equal to, the first case we have is 1/1/2024 after 100 days. The second case we have is 10 Feb 2024 after 1000 days. Okay, let's run our sample cases first. So I'll say for int d in data, okay, I have int dd as d of 0, int as d of 1, int y as d of 2, and int n as d of 3. Okay, so I'll print the current date first. Okay, I'll say print date, same function I pass dd y. Okay, then I say cout plus n plus days equal to, okay, I'll say print date after n days. Okay, print date after n days, dd y and n. Okay, let's compile and check. Minus dd equal to c++11 to use a range-based loop. dd2 is dn2 basically, sorry. Okay, clear, compile. Okay, running. Oh, we are not changing the line anywhere, so I'm gonna say cout and l. Okay, clear, compile. Okay, first and 2400 is 10th April as we discussed, 10 Feb 24 plus 1000 days is 6 number 2026. Both are sample cases. Okay, let's do some more cases as well. Let's say if I'm at say 1st Jan 2023 and after 365 I should get the same date. Similarly, if I'm at say 10th April 2022 after 365 days I should be at the same date. Okay, if I'm at say 1st Feb 2024, okay, and I have to move, let's say like 28 days forward, I should get 29th Feb. So let's see for 1st Feb 2024 and say 10,000 days. Okay, all right, so clear, compile, run. Okay, so 1st Jan plus 365 gives you 1st Jan 2024, 10 April 2024 plus it gives 10th April, same date. Okay, 1st Feb 2024 gives you 29th Feb because it's a leap year. 1st Feb 2024 plus 10,000 days gives you 2051. I'm not sure if somebody in 2051 will be watching this. It's almost 30 years from now. Well, let's see. Okay, so this was the problem to find date after n days from the given date in C++. So I hope this video was helpful. You like this video. So if there is any doubt, there's a part you do not understand, please let me know in the comments. I always try to answer all your comments. And you can always let me know in the comments if there's a question you want to solve or if the concept you want to discuss. So please let me know your thoughts about this video in the comments. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching.